Alright, folks. Welcome, welcome. We are here. Totally different airplane. Totally different. As you can tell.
Christy Holstein. Here.
We're sitting in Seymour, Indiana, at the airport. And we're going to be going to Scottsburg, Indiana. Once we land in Scottsburg, I'm going to take off again from Scottsburg. And we're going to kind of do a little bit of low flying to try to see what you guys can see. Try to go in the right direction so that you guys can see some of the areas. And this stuff, if I find the right spots, it's going to look very familiar to some people. Hey, baby. All right. So, this is what the cockpit looks like. I don't know what kind of view that's going to give you on the inside, but I'll have to be in this view from time to time. Does that give you the full window view or what, babe? I gotta let it catch up with you, but I think we went through this before, trying to figure out what was the best view. And I think it was 0. I believe it was this one. Let me do... Do what? Oh, is it not caught up yet? Let me see if I can figure out what... Okay, that's looking straight through the front window. Alright. That person in yellow, he's operating something out there. I don't know what. Why don't you go out there and ask him, honey? Tell him to get the hell out of our way. Is he just standing there or is he moving around? He needs to move. Get away from my airplane, buddy. Alright. So, we're at the gate. Let's see if we can get this to do what I want it to do. Engines are going. We are taxiing to the runway. This is something new. You guys never did really get a good idea of taxiing, and right now I'm taxiing on the runway here. Get us to our runway, and we're gonna we're only moving 12 knots here. Sorry, Seymour, I didn't get my radio set up. So we're going to kind of break some aviation laws here and take off without communication. Oh. If you'd ever been to Seymour Airport, you'd realize all the stuff that looks very familiar. Taxiway here. Bumpy here. A little bumpy.
Christy Holstein. Off we go.
Not yet. Taxiway here. Pretty big airport here. airport code for Seymour, Indiana? Guys. See below?
Christy Holstein. Beautiful. Christy Holstein. I like this view.
Outside or inside?
Christy Holstein. Outside view.
Okay, hold on.
Christy Holstein. Now I see inside.
The outside view. What do you see now? Huh? Can you see out the front window?
Christy Holstein. I see out the front window now.
Now check this out. Let me
Christy Holstein. I see fields and roads.
Yep, we're headed to Scottsburg. Might end up even seeing the interstate. And the cool thing is, you can see cars on the road too. Let's get a lower altitude here. Hold on, let me get us a lower altitude.
Com1 mic. On. Use Com1 transmitter. Press left click to interact. NAB1, Com1 standby frequency.
Christy Holstein. Loving this view, babe.
I'll get you back to the view here in 1 second. Trying to get you guys.
ATC. Some brief dispatch. Checklist. Checklist. Objectives. Travel to.
Christy Holstein.
Some brief dispatch.
Straight ahead there's a cloud shaped like a plane.
That's cool.
Some brief dispatch. Say intentions.ai. Say intentions.ai. Navigraph charts. Camera. Not. Some brief dispatch. ATC. Weather.
Trying to get the ATC on here. Below the plane again for you.
Christy Holstein. Wow, this so cool. Brandon Armstrong. How's it going, everyone?
Right now we're doing a short flight, Brandon, to Scottsburg in a Cessna, giving Christy a very awesome view. It's going good though. We'll be getting back into our regular plane here in just a little while.
Christy Holstein. Hi, Brandon.
With this view right here, you can see everything down below. If we was going over houses, you would see them. I think you're pretty much seeing roads and fields right now.
Brandon Armstrong. We seriously need a tour guide on these plane. Christy Holstein. I see cars on the road.
We don't need a tour guide when you're flying in these small areas like this, Brandon. It'd be pointless. There's nothing historic. Really. I mean, I guess it can tell you what's around you, I guess, but...
Brandon Armstrong. Hi Christy, this stream just got shared as well.
Alright, another 100 points for Brandon.
Christy Holstein. Shared.
Alright, let's see where we are. Scottsburg, Indiana.
Brandon Armstrong. Technically, it's not pointless because it would help tell someone like me what's around.
But it'd be hard to have a tour guide do that, Brandon, unless someone programmed it to do it. Well, there isn't. I mean, there are tour guides, but it's going to depend on where you're flying at, honestly. Alright, we're around Scottsburg right now. He's coming in to land over there at that airport, baby.
Christy Holstein. Brandon, there is fields, roads and houses down below.
See anything that looks familiar yet, dear? 'Cause we're coming in for the airport. Do what? You will. Yeah, right now it's just fields and roads and cars. But it's cool because it... A what?
Brandon Armstrong. Wouldn't the tour guide for say intentions be good for these low-type flights?
No, because it's not going to the tour guide on say intentions unless they go in and actually make it describe these areas. It's not going to unless it's a historical area or something that's, you know, like for example, do what? We might. I don't know what direction we're coming in. We might. You should see water because we're coming right by the airport's right by the lake. Yeah. So keep looking because stuff should start getting bigger too because we're going lower.
Christy Holstein. Cool, I wanna see the lake.
Yeah, it's on autopilot, so it's going to come in and it should go right over the lake. Have you seen the water yet? Did you? Yeah, he'll be coming in. I gotta go into the cockpit for a minute. But that is a good point, Brandon. Outside view. What was I doing? You know, there's always a lot of fun though flying all these airplanes, whether it's this one or the 777-200. 777 freighter.
Adriana, I'm here for a little bit while little man is taking a nap.
We're in Scottsburg right now, Adriana. Check out the view down below.
Christy Holstein. Brandon, there's trees and fields around, more houses as well, there's a lake coming up. Christy Holstein. Hey Adriana.
But I think my favorite airplane is the 777.
Brandon Armstrong.
200.
Keyword.
Bam.
Adriana. Do they get this view from actual airplanes or drones?
Yeah,
it's cool that they can do that.
These come from the actual satellites. And it also gives you, the real images, as well as there's also Google that does it. But it takes updated snapshots of the ground, and that's how you can see, the realistic scenery. Pretty amazing stuff. We should be getting closer to the airport. I've got it on autopilot so I can do this to give you guys scenery. I'm controlling the scenery, and I've got my autopilot doing the rest, so that way I can give you guys an amazing view doing this flight.
Adriana. Hey Christy.
How's little
Brandon
man
Armstrong.
doing?
How's it going, Adriana?
Brandon got the key word. I believe that was the 300 points, wasn't it? Didn't I say 300? Write that down for me, if you will.
Christy Holstein. Wow, bunch of houses and businesses.
Yeah, no, you missed it. What were you saying, Brandon? What is it showing now? Cool thing is you can actually see cars going down the road. What I want to do is after we land,
Brandon Armstrong. Yes.
And try to do a low flight around Scottsburg to give you guys. But the thing is, I need to figure out how to give you guys the outside view even when I'm flying. And that's the tricky part. Because otherwise, if I don't do it like this, and I'm flying, it would look like this. This is what you guys would get.
Christy Holstein. How's Little doing today?
Yeah, is he doing better, Adriana?
Christy Holstein.
Here it
Little
goes.
man.
We're getting ready to make a landing. Well, it's coming down anyways. Now you're gonna see you should see the lake here coming up. Unless it comes off to the side of it. And this is the airport right over by the lake here in Scottsburg. Check that view out.
Adriana. Still not the best, but we found a way to get him to eat, so I'm not as worried. He will get better as long as he can eat and stay hydrated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's miserable stuff. Poor guy.
Brandon Armstrong.
We're at
You should
500
fly
feet.
around my area.
We can do that, Brandon.
Christy Holstein. I hate that he's sick. Brandon Armstrong. The airport code is KGRK.
She's seen somebody pull in their backyard. Check out that view. Now we're at 400.
Brandon Armstrong. That's awesome. Your airport is right near the lake. That's how Erie's airport is.
Should see the water, babe. Might have to go to the regular view here in a second. See the lake yet? Look at that. Alright, I gotta do a front view, guys.
Christy Holstein. You flew over the lake.
And here we are.
Christy Holstein. A car driving on the road. Christy Holstein. And we landed awesome.
Man, I don't know if I got enough runway ahead of us to take off.
Brandon Armstrong. That lake is very cold too if it's like Erie. I swam in it.
No, not here. It's not. No, it's too hot for that lake to be cold like that. I don't know how much runway we got ahead of us.
Christy Holstein. BRB, I gotta use the ladies' room LOL.
Alright, we're gonna load a different small plane. This one don't have the autopilot where I can give you guys a better, that way I can fly a little differently. So I'm gonna try something real quick. Okay. We're gonna get a different airplane, but I want to see if I can.
Christy Holstein. Did you take off again?
Options menu.
Yeah, but I want
Page
to
one
load
of
a
one.
different airplane. I don't
Currently
like this
highlighted.
one. So,
Controls options.
Christy Holstein.
Window. Warning.
I'm back.
This will return. Pop-up window.
let
Warning.
me load a different airplane to take off in.
Brandon Armstrong. Well, you managed to take off.
Yeah, problem is this one don't have autopilot. So I'm going to get the one that does. That way I can level
Loading
it
please
out.
wait. 24%.
And
Welcome menu. Page 1 of 3. Currently highlighted. Activities. Button 4 of 5.
we're going to take off from Scottsburg again.
Test your skills. Activities. Dune activities. Activities.
Because I want to
Button 4
show.
of 5. Marketplace. Button 3 of 5. Activities. Button 4 of 5. Dune activities. Profile. Options. Button. World map.
Okay.
World map screen. Search results. Aircraft selection. and
Brandon
custom-
Armstrong.
Aircraft selection.
Welcome
Search bar.
back.
Text. Select to enter text. Searching for bone. Results found. 1. Press ESC to close. Textron Aviation Beechcraft Bonanza G36 Cruise Speed 176 knots True Air. Selected. Beechcraft Bonanza G36.
Alright, we're going to do the Bonanza.
Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Press ESC to close. Press enter to aircraft selection and customization menu. Button. Press numpad minus sign, select departure. Combo box. Press space to more. Search results. Aircraft selection and customization menu, select departure. Search results.
3R8.
3R search. 3R8, 3R8 slash Scottsburg, select departure. 3R8 Scott, switch departure, select arrival. Combo, search results. Text entry field, select to enter text. Kim slash Madison Mun Madison. Select arrival, Kim's Madison Mun Madison. Combo box. Select to open a search field, or select from recommended and recent airports. App, switch departure and arrival point, Kim's Madison Mun Madison. Combo box. Kim's. Search Kim slash Madison Mun Madison. WN00 slash Kim, 3R8 slash Scottsburg. KSEA slash Seattle Tacoma INTL Seattle, 3R8 slash Scott, WN00 slash Kimshin Ranch Kilseen. Kim slash Madison Mun Madison.
Brandon Armstrong.
3R8 slash
Me
KSEA
personally,
slash
I would
Seattle,
have gone with a
POS slash
King Air.
INTL Boston.
No way, Brandon. We would not take off in a King Air.
KSEA slash Seattle KBOS slash Logan INTL, MYEH slash North Eleuthera.
It would never happen.
KBOS, KSEA, 3R8 slash WN00 slash Kimshin Ranch Kim slash Madison Mun Madison. Kim slash Madison Mun Madison. Drop, switch departure and Kim's Madison Mun Madison. Kim's. 3R8 slash Scott, drop down list. 3R8, switch departure, 3R8 Scottsburg, runway, 02. Drop down list.
Alright
Select to
guys.
view available choices. Press ESC to go back. Runway, 02. Switch departure and arrival point, 3R8 Scottsburg, runway, 02. Drop down list. Select to view available choices. Switch departure and arrival point, 3R8 Scottsburg. Combo box, runway, 0, runways, NAV log. Button, runways. Button, frequencies. Runways. Button. NAV log. Flight conditions. Button. NAV log, runways. Runway 0, runway 22, live airport act, zoom out. Sim brief. Fly. But.
Alright, now we're going to start back out at Scottsburg here. Yeah, I don't think we'd have enough room to take off in the Diamond because you got to be around 96 knots.
Loading, please wait. 23%.
Well, between 80 and 90 something. And I don't know how long that runway is for
Loading,
that.
please wait. 70%. Loading, please wait. 80%.
At least in the sim, like in the real world, yeah, you can probably do it, but...
Loading, please wait. 80%. Loading, please wait. 80%. 1. Announce taxi. Button. Use right stick up and down to scroll the section. Press enter to validate.
Alright, here's what we're looking at, folks. Setting in the Bonanza. And we're going to take off here. Baby, you ready?
Christy Holstein. Ready.
Okay. Here we go, folks.
Announce taxi. Button.
we're staying at 500 feet.
Brandon Armstrong. Wow, that's a bumpy runway.
Options menu. Page 1 of 1. Currently highlighted. Assistance options. Button 3 of 4. One. Announce position. Button.
I'm turning around.
Brandon Armstrong. There we go. I had to unsubscribe and resubscribe and reset my notifications.
Options menu. Page 1 of 1. Currently
Okay.
highlighted. Assistance options.
I messed
Button
up
3
in
of
this
4.
little guy.
Press ESC to resume. Press space to load / save. Press home to restart. Press end to main menu. Options menu.
All right, we'll
Page
go
1 of
back
1.
to our regular airplane. I just
Currently
want to give you
highlighted.
guys a
Assistance
short
options.
view of that.
Button 3 of 4.
Brandon, we'll be back here in just a little bit to do a
Press
regular
ESC to
flight.
resume. Press space to
And,
load / save.
but I wanted to do
Press
a
home to
Scottsburg
restart.
flight real quick.
Press end to main menu.
We'll be back here in just a little bit. Love you, girlfriend. I'll talk to you guys in a bit.